Now, if you're approaching retirement and have some questions about Medicare and what benefits you may be up for, you do not want to miss this interview. Yes, I'm here today with my friend Philip Edwards with River City Senior Benefits. Thanks for coming on the show again, Philip.
Thank you.
It's great to see you.
Thank you.
So let's say I'm 65 years old. Do I need Medicare, and do I need to still work?
So if people are still working, then that's a question a lot of people have. You know, maybe they have a group plan at work. So if their company is 20 employees or more, even if they took Medicare, their group plan is going to be the primary coverage. So really, then they're spending money for Part B, it's $164.90 this year, that really they're not using. The other thing is that when someone first gets on Part B, whether it's at age 65 or if they delay that until they retire, that gives them an open enrollment to any Medicare supplement they want to look at. Whereas if they go ahead and take Medicare while they're still working, they won't have that open enrollment later. They would have guarantee issue to a supplement, but it'd only be one where they could choose from any of them with the open enrollment. So really they have more flexibility, more choices if they wait to take that. As long as their company is over 20 employees.
Wow, okay. So do I have to take my Social Security benefit when I get Medicare?
So that's another concern. A lot of people obviously are wanting to wait until the older age because they've changed it to where you don't get the full retirement until, for most people now it's like 66 in so many months. It's continuing to go up. So they don't want to jeopardize that and have a lower paycheck. Well, they really don't need to take Social Security at the same time they take Medicare. If they are in a position where they're needing to go ahead and take Medicare, they can still delay the Social Security check until a later time.
Right. Now, you were telling me out there about some supplementation that might be out there for individuals that can't afford to pay for Part B of Medicare. Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, so sometimes we actually run into people that they don't have a retirement plan, they're not still working, they want to get on Medicare, and they only took Part A because they felt like they just couldn't afford to have that $164 taken out of their check. But the reality is that for a lot of those people, if their income's low enough, you know, we can help them to see where the state will actually pay for that under the Medicare Savings Program. They will cover their Part B premium for them. So they really need to have Part B, obviously, because that's the part of Medicare that pays for doctors. So if you only had Part A, it'd cover the hospital facility, but all the doctor charges would not be covered.
Is it required to have it? Do we have to have it?
Well, they won't make you take it, but again, you won't have coverage for the doctors if you don't. And the other thing is if you don't take it when you're eligible, unless you have that group plan in place or some other creditable coverage in place, then when you decide to take it later, there's a penalty. But if they were in that position where they haven't taken it because they thought they couldn't afford it, and then we help them to get the Medicare Savings Program to cover it, then it would waive that penalty.
Now, you've explained this process very well on our show. You're very patient. But let's say a viewer has more questions. How would they consult with you? How does this get started?
We would love for them to give us a call at 423-509-8913. You know,
Okay.
We have several local agents that in the area that could meet with them and go over all the options with them.
That's amazing. So tell me your favorite part about this process. Is it rewarding seeing the light bulbs come on with someone that might have been confused?
Well, yeah, we really enjoy getting in a situation where we can sit down with people and help them to find the best benefit for them personally.
Right.
So, you know, whether it's a Medicare supplement or Medicare Advantage, that's their choice, but everyone needs to have some coverage with their Medicare.
What is the biggest question that people approach you with about this process?
Well, people are just concerned about, you know, which plan to get. Normally, you know, are my doctors going to be covered? Is my dentist going to be covered? Are my prescriptions going to be covered? You know, what are the costs going to be? So, you know,
Right.
we can help them to go over all those things and make sure that it fits within their budget.
That makes sense. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show again, Philip. It's so good to see you. You're becoming a regular, and I love it. So tell us one more time how we can get a hold of you.
So it's 423-509-8913. You can also go to our website, rivercityseniorbenefits.com.
And they can schedule an appointment with you and have some questions answered?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Thanks again for coming on, Philip. Go check him out, rivercityseniorbenefits.com. And my good friend Philip Edwards stopped by again to answer all those questions for us about Medicare and beyond. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.